Yo, what's up? So, I am in Mexico, in Mérida, in Yucatan, teaching rich Russians, rich Russian digital nomads,
Wait.
in this beautiful green rooftop of my colonial style for the poor martial arts teachers. So we are doing Filipino martial arts slash Kali slash Eskrima slash Jet Kondo slash self-defense. HUBAD, one of the most common, most famous cadena de mano drills ever, I would say. Everybody knows HUBAD, so it's rather block, parry, check, or it's parry, parry, check, or it's only parry, or thousands of variations. The reason why we are doing this is I teach this to beginners. Apart from they jab and they cross and they do the Wing Chun punches or the JKD punches, and they block cover blocks and they block active blocks, they parry, what else? To cover up all the self-defense basics, where there's also like the finger jabs and palm strikes and more Wing Chun related attacks. And then talking about, okay, we want to go to the trapping range, where you use your elbows and your head nuts and your knees and forearms and shoulders and to get a bit more comfortable in this trapping range and to explore and to get to know some shit, the HUBAD is a nice introduction. So in the HUBAD I learned to block. Even though we move gently because it's a feeling and reaction exercise. You can do it like this. But I think then you're missing the point, or maybe you have the need to do it sometimes because you wanna get rid of your nerves here and destroy them, or I don't know. But usually, I learned it with Timo Krumme in Germany, student of Jeff Espinosa, and I learned it with Fred Evra in France and Singapore, and those guys are really doing it very gently. There's almost no impact because it's really a feeling exercise. Even though they go faster, but to see the purpose here, there's several meanings why we would do this. First of all, it's a reaction that I practice thousands and thousands and thousands of times. Okay, reaction. You attack me there. That's my reaction. Or if he gives me the back fist, then I have to do the paksao here, right? So that's one meaning. He attacks me there, and I block there. He attacks me on the other side, I block there. But for me, the core, or one of the core moves, is the redirecting and the checking, because the HUBAD basically comes from the knife, and when there is a knife involved, I cannot or let's say it's not a good idea to just stay here and let's pretend you have a knife here or something, and I am working here on my center line, and the knife is still there. So I need this redirecting movement or motion when there is a knife involved, or a machete, or let's say a blade, especially a knife. So I need this one more move to make it to his outside, to control his arm, and to be out of the danger zone here. So that's for me one of the main reasons Why we need this? We need the redirecting. Okay, redirecting check. Because maybe it would also be the other. Let's say there's a knife. If there's not a knife, I don't care. I just go. But if there's a knife, I really need to redirect this way or the other way, and then that's for later. Another reason is, for me, it's a bit like the chisao of Filipino martial arts. In Wing Chun and JKD you do the chisao, and you go very, very detailed with pressure and feeling and stance and positions of the hand. In Filipino martial arts, that to me is missing. Or let's say the HUBAD is like the light version of the chisao, and it's still like an attack coming in from somewhere. Like there is no contact and something is coming in, then we have a contact. Chisao, sometimes you have contact all the time. It's like pushing and pulling and and then trying to find your way in. HUBAD is still, there's no contact. It's like one hand, one arm, one arm. It's barely both arms working with pressure and pullings, and it's more like, okay, I have to react. And in Filipino martial arts, mostly it's coming from the outside, from an angle, because I have a weapon, okay? And I want to learn how to deal with that, and I want to learn, as for example, I'm not going to show all the techniques we are doing here, but just an example. Let's say I do the back fist, and one of the things we did in Kali Sikaran back in the days was he's just blocking me, he's not pushing me. So from here, my most clever solution would be to attack him here and maybe finish the drill with elbows. Or he's like, I am back fisting him and he's pushing me here, and then this solution is not the cleverest anymore, this is better, and then we want to end up with 2 elbows. Or I'm gonna do the back fist and he grabs me, and then I cannot do this anymore, I cannot do that anymore, and then I have another solution where I go here, boom, boom, and I finish with 2 elbows. So, when people see us do this, they go like, this is not realistic, this has nothing to do with fighting. Which is true, this is not a reflection of a realistic scenario on the streets. But what I'm practicing here is, I call it like little puzzle pieces or tools. Puzzle piece number 1 could just be this. Puzzle piece. Number 2 could be the redirecting and the check. Or my puzzle piece against the back fist is the pakso here, or the block here. Or I end up, so I have the street fighting moments that I can end up in. Let's say I end up in this situation, and then suddenly I have this reaction, and this one, which ends the fight, hopefully. And in the end it came from me doing the HUBAD drill. So in the end it was this. Or let's say I end up in somewhere and he grabs me here, and fuck, I don't know what to do, and then I suddenly do this, and again it came from this drill that I was practicing hours and hours and hours. So yes, this is not a street fight, but the small puzzle pieces, the small tools that I practice here can make the whole deal in a fight, can be a game changer in a fight. I don't know, I'm here, and and I learn how to deal with this the whole JKD and also in FMA, the whole topic of I wanna punch him, but it's not always that easy, especially when you are in the trapping range, because there's always a fucking arm in the way, and I need to find my way in there and make an appropriate and make a nice hit. And for me, in the Wing Chun, this is like the heart of the Wing Chun, or in Wing Chun you go so profound into that topic with so many details regarding position and energy work and pushing and the form training and the stance. FMA does not provide that, but let's say we go a bit into that topic as well with the FMA and also with the JKD. So we want to be able to have some moves here, okay? You know, there's some arm in the way, and I want to be able to deal with that, and maybe even find other solutions if I get stuck here. So that for me is the whole deal here in HUBAD. And then later on you can add the knives or add sticks, or then at one point you have breaks and handlocks and takedowns and all. It's like the HUBAD is like a playground where you add all these little puzzle pieces and tools that you can practice there, which shall be a game changer in a street fight. Yo, there you go.